Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights. You know, you heard me constantly say that the reason that we have the turmoil in our American society and the society across the world is because we have been deceived, deceived in believing that something that is not true is true. Let me see if I can give you an example. Perhaps you can understand. How many of you have jobs? Well, not everyone, but quite a few. How many of you feel that you can go into your job and do something that the boss does not like, and unless you got something held over him to compromise himself, then you're going to stay in that job? You know it's not going to happen. Now, what could you hold to compromise him with? Perhaps if he made sexual advances, sexual exploitations, perhaps he's stolen something and you know about it, you might keep him in line, something like that. But for the most part, it is not going to happen. Now, in regards to we the people of the United States of America, you have a president before you who by all indications is as corrupt as he can be. However, the people of the United States of America has concluded that it is not this president or the Republican Party, it is the government itself. Republicans and Democrats and whomever are all corrupted. And at least half of the nation, or almost half of the nation, doesn't care what corruption this gentleman has done. They choose to support this corruption for their benefit. It's definitely for their benefit and not your own. That alone tells you that something is going on that perhaps you should not settle for. Now, more specifically, we're talking about the Mueller report and what's going to happen with that report. Some are saying, well, it will go to William Barr, who is the DOJ, who is holding to the president, which means that Mueller has got to give the report to his boss, the DOJ, Barr. And if the president wants it, then Barr is going to have to give it to the president. But Mueller, the special counsel, Barr, the DOJ, and the president are paid out of your pocket, meaning that you are the boss. Now, are you compromised? Can they do this and you have no voice? And I'm speaking about the Congress now, those who you have chosen to represent you. Now, in that Congress, you have the Senate, who is strictly supporting the president, Barr. I don't know about Mueller. But in any event, the people are divided against themselves. Congress, the House, and the Senate is divided against themselves. You, the people, are divided against yourselves. This is why you can be deceived. This is why deception can get over on you, the people, because you are divided and it is staged this way. Now, you're hoping that things will go different. That's a hope. It's not assured that it will go different. Now, many of you are thinking that, well, if it doesn't, you can fight through the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court is stacked against you. So I'm asking, who cares about you? Who is protecting you? None of the above, because you, the people, are divided. None of the above, because you, the people, are divided. If Congress, the House of Representatives, and the United States Senate were on one page, the protection of the people, Mueller's report would be protected, the Department of Justice would be protected, and the president would be protected. Meaning this, that no one would be in office that would not protect you, the people. Not only that, the Supreme Court would be protected, meaning that they each one of them, their main concern would not be a political party or politics. It would be you, the people. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, the truth of the matter is that you have been deceived to accept a system that is designed to work against you. And you have no one to blame but yourselves. You are responsible for all of this that is stacked against you. And you know what? You were throwing out dollars, paying for it, giving them health care, giving them education, giving them places to stay. They got everything they need at your expense, and you are not being protected. Isn't that amazing? Wow. I know you didn't think this could happen to you. Now, this will maintain itself. It's not going to go anywhere. Whether you get a new president and a different date, it's still the same game. You are not protected. This is why my message has always been to you, ladies and gentlemen, is forget this manly thing, because it's designed where somebody's idea is better than another, and they want this idea and they want that idea, and each idea works against each other, but not with God. God says this, my friends, that he loves each and every one of you. He has prepared that each and every last one of you got a choice, and you can choose to protect one another. You can choose to use what God has given you to create heaven, or you can keep on living in this hellish situation that you're in. What do you choose to do? None of the presidential candidates that's running for office tells you how to free yourself. They just say they can do it better. What? They just say they can do it better. And you have been deceived to believe that you are not permitted to talk about God. They say government, the separation of church and state. Tricking you again. Every last one of you who hear my voice, I'm telling you, you can only be protected by using the principles of God. And number one, the golden rule, is that you care about one another as you care for yourself. You cannot express any love and affection for God outside of that. Yeah, they say you should love the Lord thy God with all the heart, body, soul, and mind. But it begins with you respecting one another. You do that, ladies and gentlemen, and you will see the benefits are so great, you will give God the glory, because you will say it got to be a God for this beauty, for this harmony, for this, your dreams being fulfilled without pain and suffering, without lying and cheating and stealing and killing. Now, you know I'm telling you the truth. How many of you will support that? Many of you won't, because that's not what you want. You want power. You want to control and manipulate others. And there are those who say they love God but got no faith. They cannot overcome the teaching that they've been taught. The teachings of hatred and racism and bigotry. They can't, in their own minds, overcome this. But God has a play, even for that, which goes like, you shall reap what you sow. The seed you plant determines the fruit you get. Now, when you think about the floods that's wiping out communities and towns, when you think about the fires that's wiping out communities and towns, when you think about the hurricanes that's wiping out communities and towns, can any of these representatives, nor you as you stand today, fix that? You can't stop it. You definitely can't stop it. Now, what man can you put faith in that can stop it? Not a single one of you. And even though you can't stop it, you can come together and plant the seed and sow the kind of love that when these atrocities and natural disasters occur, you will be prepared to deal with them just like a baby pooping in his diaper. You got one waiting and you're ready to clean him and keep it going straight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've just given you some stuff. What you going to do with it? Thank you so very much. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus speaking out of love for each and every last one of you. Bye-bye.